All right, guys, some of you are on that never-ending quest looking for a cheap bicycle lock. Ask me to take a look at this guy. This is a Master Model 8220D, and it is a 5-digit, or actually a 5-letter combination lock. I want to know if it's worth the money. The cable seems pretty tough, but typical, just because we got that on here, I know the cable probably is tough. The locking mechanism, maybe not so much. In playing with this, I did try the old trick of simply pulling on the cable. I actually mounted this part in the vise and gave it a tug with my hand, and it does not tension the discs. And I found that very surprising. So at least they've at least made that improvement. So we can't tension them that way. So what I thought is, if you look very closely at this guy right here, you see that gap? I thought we'd try to exploit that today. And the way we're going to do it, we have to put extraordinary pressure on this. I can't do it by pulling. It takes just too much energy. So I'm going to take a flat-bladed screwdriver. And now remember, the shackle goes inside of the lock with the teeth pointing either up or down. I'm going to gamble that they're pointing up. And I'm going to put my screwdriver in there like this. And it just barely fits. Now make note of how wide that is. And then I'm just going to give them I'm going to twist them. Just like I'm trying to turn a screw. And that will put far more pressure on this cylinder than I can by mounting it in a vise and pulling on it. So just with a screwdriver, should be all the tool that we need. So I'm going to turn it, and I'm trying to find a good angle here. Try like this. I'm going to turn it and then reach up and try to turn all of the discs. While you're applying tension with this, trying to unscrew it or screw it in, and what you'll see, this one, the last one on the far right, will not turn, and that's because the screwdriver's wedged up against him. So keep that in mind. But the rest of these guys seem to turn, and that last one there, maybe not so much. I'm going to call this one the binding. So again, make note of that gap, how wide that is. What I'm going to do is take that out. I'm going to rotate it one. Don't worry about the rest of these. You can rotate those because we know they're not right. And we're trying to find this last one, and I'm gambling that that's the tension, that's the lack of precision, I guess, in manufacturing. So that's not it. I think I can probably just release tension and rotate him. Checking the gap. I'm actually checking the width of that gap every single time we rotate this. Oops. Now notice how much that gap just grew. So I know I've probably set either that one, I think that one rotated too. It could be either one of those. So when I apply tension again, now I see he does turn, he turns. So this is not the binder anymore. We found the gate. Now we've got to find out which of these others is the binder. Now bear in mind, see how he's offset? Got to make sure that they are lined up. That's the only caveat here. Okay, so they turn pretty freely, so they're definitely not a binder. He's not a binder. We know that that top one there is set, so the binder has to be this last one. So again, I'm going to have to take the screwdriver out. We can't put tension on it and rotate it because we're actually pinching that last disc. I'm going to rotate him. The only one I care about is him. We know the R is probably right, so let's rotate this guy one click and check the width. See how much gap we got. Come on, do it again. Don't worry about the rest of them. They don't matter. Line that I up. We can't be halfway in between the letters. Again, not halfway between the letters. I'm going after that last disc. Pretty good click there. And now look at that gap. Much, much wider. So now we know we've got the first one and we've got the last one. And just on a whim, I'm going to put them all on R. Just on a gamble that that's what this is. Nope, that's not it. Okay, well, it was just a gamble. People do strange stuff. All right, apply tension again. Okay, we still got the same gap because we know the first one and the last one are right. Now we got to find those three in the center. Again, apply extraordinary attention by trying to screw it, either or unscrew it. And now let's try to find a binder. Okay, he's free. It's not him. It's not him. He's binding. So let's rotate him one at a time. I have to release a little tension to get him to turn. And I'm looking for a little gap. Keep them lined up. Okay, a little bit wider gap, and it clicked pretty nicely. So now I know we got R, I, and R over here. Now let's see if one of these two guys binds up. And they're both binding pretty good, but that next to last one seems to be the one that's bound the most, so he's got to be the next one. Nice click, and we got to open. So what was that last one? So it was an R. We must have clicked on him purely by accident. And there we go. That's how easy it is to open these. I would say don't, I took a lot more time because I was trying to explain everything step by step. I think given a screwdriver, doing it quietly by myself, you could probably pick one of these open in probably about 2 minutes. So I would say if you've got a valuable bike, this is probably not a good choice. If you're just going to run into the coffee shop or run the post office to drop something in a mailbox, maybe I would consider it. But any longer than that, probably not the best choice. Appreciate your time, guys. Stay safe, stay legal. By the way, let's have a giveaway. I know nobody wants this. So instead, I've got some more donations from learnlockpicking.com. They've donated another one of their 11-piece lab double-ended pick kits. They have also thrown in one of their pinning trays. These are wood. Pretty nice, I got to say. And they've been sealed so they're impermeable to oil and all kinds of other grit that we tend to get on them mostly in our hands. And of course, the Ultimate Challenge training lock. Pretty nice open keyway. We're looking at 6 cylinders and a bag chock full of security pins, extra springs, and all the plugs and stuff, along with a Allen wrench to put this thing together. That is a giveaway this week. You want to know how to get it? Stick around. I will tell you. Appreciate your time, guys. Stay safe. Stay legal. Stay away from this Master 8220 Delta. Thanks, guys. All you need to do is navigate to locklab.com, the tribal website, and scroll down in the middle of the page. You'll see all the giveaway buttons, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But the one you're looking for is the Weekend Review giveaway, purple band. Just click on it. It'll take you to the registration page. Again, scroll to the bottom, put in a good email address, so if you win, I can get in touch with you, let you know. Put in a username, doesn't matter what it is, and click Submit. When you're done, you'll get a green check mark confirming your entry. Thanks, guys.